Good morning and welcome to today's public comment period for our regular board cycle of meetings. We have two speakers with us today. Our speakers will be permitted up to 3 minutes for comment with a verbal prompt provided to assist with the timekeeping. While we are open to topics included in our agenda for discussion, there are a few items not permitted as items for public expression. These include issues under negotiation as part of the university's collective bargaining process, the employment status of any specific individual, statements concerning the private activities, lifestyles, or beliefs of individuals employed by or associated with the university, grievances of individual students or employees, proposals or bids for contracts, or pending or threatening litigation involving the university. Our first speaker today is alumni Linda Berkland, and she is asked to speak about integrity in higher education. Ms. Berkland?
Good morning. As we watched the university implode in 2011, I assured my family, a die-hard Penn State family, that this was all happening for a reason. I knew in my heart that Penn State would emerge as a leader in research and philanthropy on the issue of child sexual abuse, and something positive would come from all the heartache. When this governing body instead chose to ignore the mission of teaching research and service and employ a strategy from the corporate playbook, it left people's lives and reputations in ruins. But even worse, absolutely nothing good came from any of it. In fact, the consequences have been dire. The false narrative of a cover-up, which, as you all know, was rejected by a jury in a court of law, and the misplaced focus on reporting caused the state to pass new reporting laws. The volume of calls that resulted from the change in legislation stressed an already broken child welfare system, causing it to collapse under the pressure. A review by the state's Auditor General revealed that 42,000 calls to the Child Abuse Reporting Hotline went unanswered in 2015. If 99% of those reports were false alarms, there were still 420 helpless children who continued to suffer abuse in Pennsylvania. Consistent with the university's mission, an esteemed alumna used personal resources to commission a review by an internationally recognized expert in the fields of sex crime investigations, sex offender behavior, and child sexual victimization. This is what leadership looks like. This report, commonly known as the Clementi Report, was dismissed by this governing body and the media as some sort of propaganda, thus ensuring that the information on nice guy, pillar of the community offenders contained in the report was largely ignored by the public. All the while, 450 miles away in East Lansing, a nice guy, pillar of the community offender, was openly abusing hundreds of girls and young women at Michigan State University. The girls and women being victimized by Larry Nassar reported their abuse over and over and over to coaches, trainers, and even their parents. Nobody recognized the red flags, all of which were clearly identified in this report. I honestly didn't think I could be any more ashamed of this body than I was in 2011 and 2012. Listening to Larry Nassar's victims recount their abuse changed that. How many children need to be abused before this body has the courage to do what's right and ensure the missions university is served? Given what we now know, anyone who persists in trying to bury the truth about what happened at Penn State is making a conscious and informed decision. Congratulations, you've officially earned the title of Child Abuse Enabler. Thank you.
Also with us today is Brent Rice, UP-UA Speaker of the Assembly, to provide us with an update on progress of the 12th Assembly. Brent?
So good morning. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Brent Rice. I'm the Speaker of the Assembly for UP-UA, and I'm a senior here at Penn State. This morning marks my last address to the board as this assembly comes to a close and we get ready for our 13th Assembly elections. At the beginning of my term in April, I addressed you all with our goals for the year, and I'd like to highlight as many of our accomplishments as possible, or at least as many as I can in 3 minutes. In April, we set out to expand medical amnesty in cases of alcohol use where a person is in danger to include both parties, And in February, Vice President Sims helped institute a change in Penn State's Responsible Action Protocol to include amnesty for parties that seek help with their friends and student organizational conduct processes. We continue to work with over 50 schools across the Commonwealth to pressure the legislature for a legal change that includes amnesty. No student should ever be afraid to seek help for anyone who is in danger. We also aim to incentivize the use of open educational resources among Penn State faculty to lower the rising cost of textbooks for Penn State students. In partnership with Provost Jones and university libraries, we'll begin rolling out a grant program that rewards faculty for switching their courses to low-cost textbook alternatives. This year, UPUA also debuted its resume printing program, providing almost $12,000 in the fall and spring semesters printed, or 12,000 resumes in the fall and spring semesters printed on high-quality paper to give students free of charge a leg up in the job market as they seek out their full-time careers. Another priority of UPUA is working to provide resources for disabled students. We have worked to purchase and install shuttle benches throughout campus, provide mobile ordering with pickup available for students in wheelchairs, and create a Red Folder, a program that helps faculty identify at-risk students in their classrooms and provide them with the resources like CAPS and other mental health initiatives on campus to seek help. Finally, UPUA worked to invite members of the Board of Trustees to a UPUA meeting to hear more about our progress in detail and to meet our representatives. We'd like to thank Chair Dambley, Vice Chair Schuyler, and Trustee Hochel for their participation in the event and look forward to doing it again in the future. Thank you all for your service to our great university.
On behalf of the board, thank you for taking time to be with us today. And at this point, I believe we're going to have UPSU break down the recording equipment, so we'll take a 30-second break.